Hello and welcome to another video. I thought I'd share with you today this thrift store find that I got earlier today at the local Goodwill, because it's pretty interesting, something you don't see anymore, an interesting relic of the past. These are some SEARS Craftsman VHS tapes, and as you can see, they are some demonstrational and instructional videos on how to use some of their saws and power tools. And I came across 5 of them. I assume all brought in by the same person. I found one of them. I think I found the table saw first, and then as I browsed through the tapes and DVDs section, I kept finding more and more. And they were only 50 cents each. And I'm a sucker for old oddball stuff like this, especially anything from Sears back in the day, as you can tell. But yeah, I like oddball stuff like this, and decided why not, I'll pick them up. So there aren't any dates on the back of any of them, but in the little bit of research that I did, they came out at different times, but the oldest that I saw was 1984 and the latest that I saw was 1990, so somewhere around there in that window, mid 80s to early 90s. And it's just cool to collect and check out things like this from times of old that you don't see anymore. It's interesting to think about. This is kind of YouTube and before Google, before you could, Google like how to use a router or how to set up a table saw. You got stuff like this. And it's actually interesting to say that because I've never really heard of a router before, and I go to Google what is a router, and I stop myself and I'm like, well, wait a minute, just watch the dang video, you might learn from that. So yeah, makes you realize how easy you got it with the internet nowadays compared to back then. Just flip these over, have a look at the back. Now all of the videos for the saws, unlike the 2 that I have for the power tools, they're actually interesting because they come with their own plans for something for you to build in each one of them, and they actually have them each. So let me open these up and I'll show them to you. And there they are. And also on top of the plans, they also came with an interesting little survey, a mail-in survey that fill out stuff like, do you own the power tools featured in this video? This one's funny. Where did you watch the video? Home or workshop or other? I thought that was funny. It's always neat to find like mail-in order forms and stuff like that. But here's one of those build plans. This one says a wall cabinet. You got a rocking horse for the bandsaw. Pretty neat. And lastly, for the table saw, you get to build a lamp table. Pretty neat to have a look at old stuff like this. Obviously, Sears 90s VHS tape isn't really a collectible market, but I just like oddball stuff like that. It's cool to have a matching set of 5 of these, and again, I'm kind of a sucker for old Sears stuff. I am actually just old enough to remember going to the local Sears store in my youth before they closed down. Going look at all the appliances and the auto parts section, and I don't have a good memory of it, but I do remember it a little bit, and I kind of wish it was still around. So let me get all these packed back up. There we go. And man, you gotta love that late 80s artwork on there. And they're all in surprisingly good condition. There's only a few scuffs here and there. And here's one last good look at them all up close. It's crazy how far tools have come. Like, that's a pretty beefy looking Dremel tool compared to what you'll find today. These two. It's always nice finding something that old that's been kept up despite being built to work and take some abuse. It's always nice to see them with the paint still shiny and all that in good condition, but you don't see it too often. Well, that's all I cover on the SEARS Craftsman video VHS tapes, part of the Power Tool Know-How series, I guess. And in that little bit of research that I did, I saw that there were a few more in addition to these that I don't have, so I'm not sure how many are out there, but who knows, maybe one day I can collect the whole set. Again, this is not collectible at all, not valuable, but it would be interesting. So enough of that. What do you say we pop one of these in and have a quick little look at what's on it? And what better way to continue the 80s vibe by watching it on an old CRT. Looks like it's a little off in that corner up there, or at the top in general.
Congratulations on choosing the router for use in your workshop. You'll be pleased to know that the router is the most versatile, effective, portable power tool available to today's woodworker. With the router, you'll be able to make fancy edges on tabletops, create
that's a table that's
joinery, and do lettering
on the back of the table saw
personalizing your projects.
Video
Some of
cover.
the topics which will be discussed in this video are router features, safety, cutting bits, and accessories that are used for woodworking applications. There are different router models available, and whether you own one or several, it's important to use the correct one for your work. The radial arm saw is a versatile tool for woodworkers. The radial arm saw cuts wood from above so you can see exactly what you're cutting. The motor and the blade, which are mounted on an arm above the table, are drawn across the wood to cut the boards to length. The SEARS Craftsman Rotary Tool is a handy and versatile power tool ideally suited for a wide variety of uses. It can cut, slice, shape, hollow, carve, engrave, grind, clean, polish, sand, smooth, route, inlay, and mortise. The rotary tool operates at high speed, 10 times faster than the standard electric drill. There are many uses for the rotary tool. For a long time, the tool has been used for wood carving, model railroading,
Hey, I fit in that group.
radio-controlled models, and model making.
It's always fun watching an old video like that. There's just something about them, whether it brings back memories or just the old charm about them, I guess. But anyways, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this little overview slash presentation of these interesting little instructional videos on your SEARS Craftsman lineup of saws and power tools. Definitely a neat little trinket of the past. So I hope you enjoy. Want to thank you for watching and have a nice day.